Good question.
Starts in the morning.
Good.
Yeah.
We usually wake up in a hotel room at 8:30 and start rehearsing.
Until we have to leave the hotel room. So for about like maybe after breakfast, like 2 hours or 3 hours.
Yeah, if we're lucky, we'll get late checkout. And then we'd go drive for 6 hours.
Or if the routing is better, like 3 hours.
Yeah.
We're getting better at that.
Get to the venue as early as we can so we can have the longest sound check that we possibly can.
Ben loves to sound check.
I love sound checking. Yeah. I like rehearsing and sound checking. And then we play the show, and hopefully we'd sit in with the other band that we're playing with that we like.
Yeah, that's good.
And then we'd drive and go to bed.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's a tour day.
That's a tour day, yeah.
But that's like as good as any, you know.
Recording days would be different, or off days. Well, when we first started playing, we'd play very close together because we'd play completely acoustically.
Completely.
And when you're singing and playing acoustic guitar and string instruments very quietly, in order to hear each other better and to have your groove be super tight, you got to play really close together. And that helps you hear each other and feel each other's musical and rhythmic energy better. And kind of like the sound that we created from that, even though now we plug our instruments in and use microphones and those things, that's kind of like that sound of playing quiet enough and playing close enough together. That's Cuddle Magic.
Wow.
I'd say... Let's have two separate answers to this, but I'd say one good answer to that would be Cuddle Magic. It's a good supergroup, I'd say.
That is pretty good.
So we have a lot of different people with that all write music and that all arrange music, and we all can collectively work on things together. And I feel like compared to a lot of groups that have like one singer-songwriter or one arranger or one, like we have like, it's kind of like as if it was a supergroup.
It's pretty super. If I have to go like dead, maybe Duke Ellington, because I bet he would have sung some really amazing songs if he was in Cuddle Magic. I wasn't a student musician at first, and then finally, when I figured out I was going to be a musician, being a student musician was the biggest release and the biggest relief when I kind of decided all I was going to do was work on music, and I no longer had to feel guilty about like working on music 10 hours a day. Ooh. That's a very good question.
I heard that Paul McCartney dreamt yesterday, the song, but I haven't really had any experiences like that where I wake up and a whole song had formed when I was asleep. I've also heard of our friend Pete Sutherland often sleeps with a tape recorder next to his bed and will wake up in the middle of the night and record songs. That I don't think either of us do that.
I used to have a recurring dream where I was stuck on a pirate ship with Yosemite Sam, but I have yet to write a song about that.
Well, we all met in Boston, and we basically had songs that we wanted to record, and the band formed, I'd say, around the songs. In order to make the songs happen, we found each other as people that could be useful and be really good at playing this music really softly together and playing the instruments that we wanted to hear.
I think that we have the world's quietest trumpet player. A lot of Cuddle Magic style music.
Yeah, I was thinking one of our newest songs that we have yet to record is about the moon, and I think it would be really interesting if at some point we could perform on the moon live. Because I think there would be interesting dance moves.
Pre-recorded would also be cool.
Yeah.
My main inspiration is probably everyone else in Cuddle Magic, like Ben right here. He'll like write something really beautiful and put forms or melodies or rhythms together in a way that I never thought of, and so I'll be like, well, I gotta do one of those.
And then I'll do it better than I can do it, and that'll inspire me to do something different or to elaborate on ideas that he's come up with.
We really write for each other, I think, mostly, and that's true of everyone else too. Kristen and Cole and Christopher and Dave.
But also, we really like different other musics that we've heard and grown up with, which is all various, different people. I kind of grew up listening to a lot of old-time fiddle music, and I'm really influenced by the crooked and excited by the crooked, interesting, weird, melodic folk fiddle music. And that's something that's always inspiring to go back to. We're in this other band called Baby States that elaborates more on that style of music.
Like Sold Slump.
Is that yours?
Sold.
Okay. I'm going to say Clump. Like Old Clump, the artist.
He's really good.
Yeah.
Fingers. Because you're really asking them for their fingers. Can I have your fingers?
This might not be very PC, but the first thing, maybe it's just rhyming, but I don't know, I was thinking of midgets. We got a chance to hang out with, I couldn't tell if it was a dwarf, or a midget. I don't know what the difference is exactly, but there's this really good, really cool dwarf maybe, or midget, up near Canada when we were playing up there. When Cuddle Magic played up near Canada in upstate New York. And we got to hang out with him, and he was really cool. He built his own house. So it's cool to see people rising above their physical challenges.
There's also Bridget. Bridget Carney writes really, really good songs for us and other people. Reverbed, like to verb again.
I can't get away from this rounding thing, but I'm afraid of clowns. They always used to scare me when I was growing up. I was thinking the band. Because from Richard Emanuel.
Oh, that's good. Transmission.
This made me think of, there's all of these lammies that I was just hanging out with.